In this video, we're showing you how to install Boost Auto's LumaStep M1, our one-of-a-kind light-up running boards for 2019 and newer 5th gen Dodge Ram 1500 trucks. LumaStep M1 from Boost Auto is the next upgrade for your Ram, built with premium components and constructed with 6000 series aerospace grade aluminum. You won't just see LumaStep outshine the rest, you'll feel it too, every step of the way. Lighten up the night with LumaStep, brightening up your path clear as day. LumaStep features premium lighting functions allowing full customization on your truck. Build your set out and put in your order on our website today. Get your LumaStep M1 running boards and step up your game. This procedure applies to Crew Cab, Quad Cab, also known as Extended Cab, and Mega Cab 2019 and newer Dodge Ram 1500 trucks. As always, to check fitment, availability, and to purchase this or any other product offered for your truck, go to boostauto.com. If this does not fit your specific truck, don't worry, we got a separate Boost Auto install video just for you. Your LumaStep M1 kit will come in 2 boxes, the running board kit and the hardware kit. The running board kit will contain your running boards with the integrated lights and modules. The kit will also contain the main driver and passenger side harnesses and supplementary parts depending on what you option for. You can either go with our simple plug-and-play adapter, which connects directly to your headlight harness to add lighting features to your boards, or use our hardwire adapter to tap the wires at the headlight directly. If you option for Rocklight functionality, you can add on our Rocklight harness that integrates with both our plug-and-play adapter and our hardwire adapter. The harness also comes with a switch that you can install anywhere on your dash. Adding Rocklight is a great way to ensure high visibility in the dark, both while driving or parked. Be sure to add Rocklight when you're building out your running boards. Your hardware kit will contain the driver's side brackets and the passenger side brackets along with the bracket covers. The hardware kit will also contain all washers and fasteners needed for your installation. Please note, Crew Cab and Quad Cab, also known as Extended Cab, use 3 mounting locations in the same orientation. The same kit applies to all applications. As we progress through the install, we'll call out specific hardware used every step of the way. Here's a complete tool list for your reference. You can pause here to collect them, then let's proceed with the install. In this video, we're going to be using our shoplift to better show the procedure. The entirety of the procedure can easily be done on the ground. All the steps shown while on the lift will be the same as doing it on the ground. For this installation, the mounting procedure is the same on both sides of the truck. We'll start the installation on the driver's side. Here are your mounting points for your truck. You have the one closest to the front, the second near the middle of the truck, followed by a third mounting point located near the rear of the truck. We will use the pre-installed studs on the underside of the cab just above the pinch weld to mount our mounting brackets to the vehicle. Go ahead and grab any of the 6 identical mounting brackets and mount it at the first mounting point near the front of the truck using pre-installed studs and guides. Place a 13mm flat washer over each of the 3 pre-installed studs. Attach a 13mm lock nut to each of the 3 pre-installed studs. Then tighten down the hardware, but hold off on tightening down all the way as we'll be doing further adjustments down the line. Next, move over to the second mounting point located near the middle of the truck. This bracket will go on in the same way as the first. Like before, take any of the 6 identical mounting brackets and mount it at the second mounting point using the 3 pre-installed studs as guides. Place a 13mm flat washer over each of the 3 studs. Attach a 13mm lock nut to each of the 3 studs. Then tighten down the hardware, but hold off on tightening down all the way as we'll be doing further adjustments down the line. Next, move over to the third and final mounting point located near the rear of the truck. This bracket will go on exactly like the first 2 mounting brackets we installed earlier. Grab any of the 6 identical mounting brackets and mount it to the truck using the pre-installed studs as guides. Place a 13mm flat washer over each of the 3 studs. Attach a 13mm lock nut to each of the 3 studs. Then tighten down the hardware, but hold off on tightening down all the way as we'll be doing further adjustments down the line. With all the driver's side brackets on, proceed to mounting the passenger side brackets. The installation on the passenger side is the same as the driver's side. With all mounting brackets successfully installed, we can go ahead with installing the bracket covers on the brackets. We'll start at the first mounting point on the driver's side of the truck. Line up each cover so its center lines up with the running board mounting bracket. Once the bracket covers are aligned, proceed with installing the push clips. Install the bracket covers on the other mounting brackets on the driver's side in the same way. Then repeat on the passenger side. Now we're ready to mount our LumaStep M1 running boards to the brackets. Make sure you're mounting the correct running board on each side. The LumaStep M1 plate as well as the integrated module on each board should face towards the front of the truck. Here we're showing the steps on the driver's side. Before mounting, flip your board over. Install the 6 T-bolts to the board, 3 on each track. Align the T-bolts roughly to the position of the brackets, then drop your running board onto the bracket. Go ahead and guide all the T-bolts through the holes on the brackets. Then secure each bolt with a flat washer, a lock washer, and a nut. Use a 10mm socket to thread in the nut further, though hold off on tightening down for now. At this time you can slide your board forward or backwards to your desired preference. Once you have your board where you want it, fasten everything down. Perform the same steps on the passenger side. Ensure the board is aligned with the driver's side board before securing all the fasteners down. With everything installed, we can move on to routing the wiring harnesses to our LumaStep M1 running boards. Start by opening the hood. Disconnect the battery, located on the driver's side, by removing the negative terminal. Your truck may also have a secondary auxiliary battery as well. If it does, go ahead and disconnect the auxiliary battery at this time too. We'll start on the driver's side. Make sure to use the main harness with power and ground terminals on this side. Tape the 2 connectors going to the running board module to a flattened out coat hanger or a strained out metal piece. Route the harness along the driver's side firewall and fender liner to the running board. When routing, ensure the harness is out of the way from any moving components or heat. Once the strained out metal piece pokes out through the bottom of the driver's side fender, proceed with pulling the harness through. Remove the tape from the connectors and plug them both into the running board module. The connectors are different sizes and will go to the corresponding slots on the module. Be sure to secure the harness out of sight. Continue roughly routing the passenger side harness over the passenger side headlight. In the same way, route the passenger side main harness. In the same way, route the passenger side harness to the running boards. Now back on the driver's side wheel well area, locate the fender liner. We will have to partially peel back the liner in order to gain access to the connector. We'll begin by removing the 5 bolts on the front lower wheel well liner. Start by removing the 2 outermost bolts on the lower wheel liner. Then the 3rd bolt located further in on the lower wheel liner. Finally, remove the last 2 bolts located further inside the lower wheel liner. Once all the bolts have been removed, you can go ahead and remove the lower wheel liner from the truck. Next, we'll have to remove the 4 bolts and a trim clip on the upper wheel liner. Start by removing the 3 bolts on the upper part of the upper wheel liner. Further inside the upper wheel liner, go ahead and remove the trim clip. Then go ahead and remove the 4th and final bolt near the top of the upper wheel well liner. Once all those are out of the way, go ahead and peel back the fender liner to gain access to the headlight connector. Feed the black receiving connector on the running board harness down into the headlamp area and remove the headlight connector from its housing. Finally, repeat these same steps on the passenger side of the truck. Your headlight will be configured in one of two different variations, and so your wiring will also be different. We'll break them down one at a time for you.
This year range of Ram trucks have both LED headlights and halogen headlight. If you have LED headlights, you'll have this 16-pin connector. However, if you have a halogen headlight, you have this 12-pin connector.
Regardless of which headlight you have, you can either go with our simple plug-and-play adapter, which connects directly to your headlight harness to add lighting features to your boards, or use our hardwire adapter to tap the wires at the headlight directly. We'll first show you how to install the plug-and-play adapter that you can option for your running boards.
Then we'll look at how the hardwire adapter connects to the 16-pin LED headlight. Lastly, we'll look at how the hardwire adapter connects to the 12-pin halogen headlight.
Please skip ahead to your truck's specific section. We'll first show you how to install the plug-and-play adapter that you can option with your running boards. Please note, if you did not option for plug-and-play adapter, your kit will come with our hardwire adapter instead. For plug-and-play installation, please follow these next steps.
The headlight on this truck is an LED headlight, so this truck has a 16-pin headlight connector.
Starting on the driver's side of the truck with the headlight connector removed, insert the plug-and-play adapter into the connector. Then attach the black receiving connector to the headlight connector attached to your plug-and-play adapter. Once that's connected, install the other end of the plug-and-play adapter to the headlight housing. On the passenger side, install the plug-and-play adapter in the same way. If you did not option for the plug-and-play adapter, your kit will come with our hardwire adapter. Here's a breakdown of that. The red and yellow wire with a quick disconnect is to tap to the turn signal wire on your headlight connector. Turn signal will come standard for all running boards. The blue wire with a quick disconnect is for enabling running light if you option for it. If you did not option for running light, this wire will not be active. You can simply tape the disconnect out of the way. The white wire with the bug connector is for rock light if you option for it. If you did not option for rock light, this wire will not be active, so be sure to tape the bug connector out of the way. Simply tapping the wires on the headlight connector for optional applications will not enable those features. The only wires active on your hardwire adapter will be the ones you option for when purchasing your running boards. Again, check out all the available lighting options on our website or reach out to our support team with any questions.
If you have optioned for a hardwire adapter for your LED headlights, please follow these next steps. For halogen style headlights, please skip ahead to the next section.
The headlight connector on this truck is a 16-pin connector. Starting on the driver's side of the truck with the connector removed, be sure to cut back some of the tape so you can tap further up on the wires. Looking at the wire end of the connector with the connector tab on top, pin 11 is located on the bottom row, third from the left. Use the provided red T-taps and press until it clicks in place. Go ahead and take the red and yellow wire from your hardwire adapter and connect it to the T-tap here. Next, if you option for running light, tap to pin 13. Looking at the wire end of the connector with the connector tab on top, pin 13 is located on the bottom row, 4 from the right. Use the provided red T-tap and press until it clicks in place. Go ahead and take the blue wire from your hardwire adapter and connect it to the T-tap here. Next, we'll take the black connector on the hardwire adapter and connect it to the black receiving connector from the main harness. Once done, go ahead and install the connector back to the headlight housing. Then move over to the passenger side and gain access to the headlight connector in the same way. Tapping on the passenger side is the same as the driver's side. Go ahead and follow the same steps just like on the driver's side of the truck.
If your truck came equipped with halogen headlights, follow these next steps. The headlight connectors on halogen headlight is a 12-pin connector.
Starting on the driver's side of the truck with the connector removed, be sure to cut back some of the tape so you can tap further up on the wires. Start by tapping to pin 4 for turn signal. Looking at the wire end of the connector with the connector tab on top, pin 4 is located on the top row 4 from the left. Use the provided red T-tap and press until it clicks in place. Go ahead and take the red and yellow wire from your hardwire adapter and connect it to the red T-tap here. Next, if you option for running light, tap to pin 7. Looking at the wire end of the connector with the connector tab on top, pin 7 is located on the bottom row, all the way on the left. Use the provided red T-tap and press until it clicks in place. Go ahead and take the blue wire from your hardwire adapter and connect it to the T-tap here. Next, we'll take the black connector on the hardwire adapter and connect it to the black receiving connector from the main harness. Once done, go ahead and reinstall the connector back into the headlight housing. Then move over to the passenger side and gain access to the headlight connector in the same way. Tapping on the passenger side is the same as the driver's side. Go ahead and follow the same steps just like the driver's side of the truck. Once your main harness is connected at the headlight connector, you can now take the white 2-pin pass-through connector on the passenger side and connect it to the white 2-pin connector on the driver's side. The rock light function overrides any existing function when activated and outputs a solid white light. This will remain on until you switch it off and cannot be overridden by functions such as turn signal or running light. If you did not option for rock light, you can skip to the next section. If you did option for our rock light but did not purchase our rock light harness, you will simply need to run a 12-volt power feed to the white wire on the plug and play or hardwire adapter. If you have an existing rock light or auxiliary switch, you can use that, or any 12-volt trigger will do. If you did option for our rock light harness, follow these next steps. Your harness will have the power terminal, 2 long white wires that will go to the headlight, and your switch. Starting on the driver's side, go ahead and grab some of the white wires and route it down towards the headlight connector. You may want to have your headlight connector disconnected to have better access to your plug and play adapter or hardwire adapter. Regardless of whether you have our plug and play adapter or our hardwire adapter, the white wire from your rock light harness will connect to the white wire with the bug connector. Connect the white wires from the rock light harness to the white wire on your adapter. Then pass the other white wire as well as your power terminal to the passenger side and repeat the steps on the passenger side. Pass the red wires from the rock light switch to the inside of the cab. Tape the red and white rock light wires to the strained out metal piece. Then guide the metal piece through the firewall to the inside of the cab. Inside the cab, continue to pull the wires through. Locate a suitable spot for rock light switch and drill a hole into the dash. Once the hole is drilled, install the rock light switch. Be sure to connect the white wire to slot 1 and the red wire to slot 2. Let's continue by connecting our passenger side main harness to power and ground. At your battery located on the driver's side, unscrew the nut at the positive terminal. Then connect the red power wire here. If you option for rock light, the power wire from that harness will also connect here. Secure with the previously removed nut. Then, at the negative terminal of the battery, reconnect the cable. The terminal itself will have a secondary stud. You can connect the ground wire here like you did at the positive terminal. Simply remove the nut and then install the eyelet and secure it in place with the previously removed nut. Once everything is connected, test to make sure the running boards are operational. Then proceed with reinstalling the fender liners. Now back on the driver's side wheel well area, push the upper wheel well liner back into place. Start by reinserting the trim clip located near the bottom of the upper wheel well liner. Reinstall the bolt near the top of the liner. Then reinstall the 3 bolts near the outer portion of the upper wheel well liner. With the upper wheel well liner in place, we can go ahead and put the lower wheel well liner back into position. Reinstall the 2 outermost bolts on the lower wheel well liner. Then reinstall 2 more bolts further in on the lower wheel well liner. Finally, reinstall the final bolt at the bottom of the lower wheel well liner. Then proceed with the passenger side and repeat these steps. Once everything is connected, secure and tuck any excess wire to the truck out of the way of any heat or moving components. Congrats on completing your install. Boost Auto's LumaStep M1 light-up running boards can be purchased on our website at boostauto.com. Boost Auto also offers a wide range of parts and accessories for your truck or SUV. To stay up to date on new product releases and more videos like this, subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's all for now. Catch you in the next one.